In this video, we are going to cover what does a social media consultant do, and stick around because at the end, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to find a great social media consultant. So a social media consultant is basically, I would say, an expert, but it can be just someone who's more experienced than you that can really walk you through various aspects of social media with different capacities. And I'll get more specific here in a moment. But just know that a consultant usually is for a limited time period. They don't manage your social media for you. They don't actually get in and create posts and do all of the different things. But it's more so not necessarily teaching you, but helping give you guidance on how to do certain things and giving you feedback either on how something has gone for you based on your social media, or maybe how to do some things better going forward. So first up, we have a social media audit. And an audit is pretty much looking at your accounts, making sure everything is optimized, looks cohesive, and seeing how your performance is doing based on things that have gone well for you in the past, maybe how you can change things up a bit. And it can also give you a bird's eye view of how you're doing compared to your competitors and within your niche. I have a video that more specifically speaks on social media audits, so make sure you check that out. But that is something a consultant can do, is provide an audit and overall view of your social media accounts currently as they stand. Next up, they can provide you with content strategies. I talk a lot about not doing social media just for the sake of doing social media on this channel. Every social media campaign, every piece of content that you put out, it should have a purpose and a strategy behind it so that you are getting the results that you intend. If that's something that interests you, and especially for your business, make sure you click subscribe, because my goal is to break down social media in an easy to understand way, especially for Gen X and baby boomers. I love working with Gen X and baby boomers to make sure that they understand social media for their business and help ensure things are moving along, being efficient, not wasting time. Next, a social media consultant can help you with growth strategies. There are many different growth strategies for the various platforms, so giving you further insight on how you can grow your accounts based on your goals, helping you understand what is realistic based on the resources that you have. If you want to get to a certain subscriber level or follower level, really helping you understand why, or really tapping in to understanding why these goals are important for you to ensure that's really actually truly your goal. So this is definitely one of the more interesting conversations. A lot of people really feel like their goal is growth, but their resources are limited, and so their real goal is actually sales. So working with a social media consultant sometimes is great because it gives you things to think about that you may have never considered before. It also gives you options to think about that you didn't know they even existed. And finally, your overall strategy. Beyond content, coming up with your goals, coming up with long-term goals and short-term goals that tie into your business strategy as a whole. A social media consultant can help you do that. In my Social Accelerator program, I help Gen X who are trying to get to their next steps in life and in business, and they want to use social media. That's one of the most important things that we do at the very beginning. We sit down and we understand the exact goals so that we can come up with an overall strategy for the best way to proceed forward for their particular business. A lot of times when you think of a social media consultant, I think that is the sort of service that most people think of, is helping with the overall strategy. And that would, of course, include content and growth strategies, and usually probably an audit. I include an audit. So now let's talk about 3 great ways to find great social media consultants. First, and I think most obvious, use social media. There are, no matter which platform you use, there are social media managers that are obviously on social media. We have to be active on our own accounts, one, to practice what we preach, and two, to be aware of all of the current features and trends happening on the different platforms. Platforms change and grow so constantly, and things can be different in a matter of months. So a great place to look and start getting an idea of a social media consultant that you might want to work with is to go onto that exact social media platform itself. Next is for referrals. Talk to others. I have clients that refer me often, and that's great. That way it's easier to find someone that you feel like will get you the results that you're looking for. If you have a person that you trust, another business owner that you trust, and you like the results that they are getting, then you can ask for a referral. A lot of times they might even refer without you even asking. So if you haven't already received a glowing referral from someone without asking, just ask around, and I'm sure that someone will recommend a great social media manager. However, please still be sure to always do your due diligence and your own research to ensure that they are the best fit for you. Last, using search-based platforms such as YouTube or Google or even Pinterest or podcasts. Those are a great way to get a taste of the content the social media consultant offers, their values, the value that they provide, and how they like to work. You can also a lot of times get a lot of downloadable resources just so you can get an idea of their philosophy surrounding social media and if their teaching style and just the way they are, how they connect, if that's what works for you. So again, I'm here every single day. Make sure you follow me for social media tips for your business.